Hey astrology lovers, my name is Julia Mijas and I'm an astrologer at Horoscope.com and here to bring you the important transits for October. Let's look at them in chronological order. It's a new month and we're going to have another new moon on the 6th. New moons happen when the sun and moon are in the exact space in the sky, and they're times to start new activities and new projects. This new moon is going to be in 13 degrees Libra, and Mars, the planet of war, is going to be smack dab on it. I gotta say that this is a fiery emotional month, and you might experience some feistiness and arguments in your relationships because those are ruled by Libra. If you feel like there's been any asymmetries or unfairness in your relationships, then you're going to fight like hell to even the score. Speaking of feisty, Uranus will quincunx this new moon exactly, so expect some angry outbursts and impulsivity in there as well. Since Libra has a reputation for being indecisive, you may also get really frustrated with weighing your options and trying to be decisive during this time. This is a good new moon to start any activity where you're fighting for the underdog. Mercury is still retrograde during this new moon, so watch out that any misunderstandings don't turn into rage. Venus, the planet of love and beauty, spends the first week of the month in Scorpio, the sign of extremism and depth. Venus rules our relationships, so for the first part of the month, we may be seeking more intensity and psychological intimacy and romance. Relationships can get a lot more possessive and clingy, though they can also transform to be something deeper if, and that's a pretty big if, we can allow ourselves to be vulnerable and honest with our partner. Then relationships are going to feel a lot more lighthearted on the 8th, when Venus goes in the happy-go-lucky and fun-loving sign of Sagittarius. You're not going to want to be bogged down by heaviness in relationships, but prefer an easygoing, carefree time. Sagittarius also rules journeys and expansion, so this would be a great time to take a pleasure trip with your friends or your boo. Sagittarius is also a sign that loves new experiences, so get together with the people that you love so you can go somewhere new or learn something new. I'm also super excited to say that Saturn and Jupiter will go direct this month on the 11th and 18th respectively. Why is that something to celebrate, you might ask? Well, when Saturn is in retrograde, like it's been since May of this year, it can be a time where we feel stuck, like we're treading water and not making any progress. Responsibilities can feel burdensome, your job might get more difficult, and things generally feel heavier. However, after the 11th, Saturn will begin moving forward in the sky, which means that we can finally start making some progress in our careers and feeling a little less stuck in life in general. Then Jupiter will go direct on the 18th. Jupiter is a much easier planet to deal with than Saturn. However, having Jupiter direct is nice because it brings more growth and ease into your life. Sudden opportunities may pop up around then, and since Saturn and Jupiter are both in Aquarius, they may come from your friends or from the groups in your life, such as unions, clubs, societies, conventions, gamer circles, and recovery programs. And I've got even more good news because Mercury will also be going direct on the 19th, thus ending another retrograde cycle. For the first few weeks of the month, you might be dealing with miscommunications, technical snafus like your computer or phone freaking out, and it's a time of redoing and reviewing, especially in all things Libra. Libra is the sign of relationships and negotiations, so you could deal with some misunderstandings in your romantic relationship or any business partnership you're in. If you've been negotiating anything in your life, be prepared to have to go back and rework some of the terms. This is not a good time for signing contracts because there might be some surprises in there that you didn't expect. If you can hold off from signing anything until after the 19th, that would definitely be for the best. And last of all, we have our final lunation, the full moon on the 20th this month in 27 degrees Aries. If new moons are good for beginning new things, then full moons are a time of harvest, and they usually play out in our relationships. Aries is the warrior sign, so it's got a my way or the highway attitude, where it might be hard to get out of your own head and see the other person's point of view. And this is the second time that we're seeing Mars so prominent in a lunation this month, which is crazy. Since the moon rules our moods, it's going to be a heated month. This particular full moon is a whopper because Pluto is also in the mix, so there might be some drama and power struggles in your relationships. Everyone's controlling side and ego might be on overdrive around then. This full moon is a good time for standing up for yourself. Just try not to go overboard because you could easily make mountains out of those proverbial molehills.